You are now watching Midnight Metanoia 555, presented by yours truly, Madam Merkaba. Stay tuned as we take a deep dive into this mysterious case.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Midnight Metanoia. Now, as I said, we are going to be shifting gears into a different type of mysterious or missing case situation, broadcast, presentation. And so either way, tonight I want to bring you something that has been coming up a lot for me, and I feel like when something comes up a lot, that is something that Spirit wants me to address. And so, brought to you by Charlie Project, there is a case about a missing boy named Adji Desir. And of course, this is a picture of him. This happened in 2009. And he will be 22 years of age right now. Of course, he's considered endangered because of his situation. He went missing when he was 6 years old. He was 3 feet and 45 pounds at the time. He is from a city, or this happened in a city called Immokalee, Florida. Every time I think about the state of Florida, I feel like there's something dark that goes on behind the scenes. And yeah, there's just something always come up with this state. But either way, it goes into what he last had when he went missing, his medical condition. He was considered mentally disabled. He was 6 years old, but he functioned as a 2-year-old. He was completely almost nonverbal. He understands Haitian Creole, but does not speak it, so he is of Haitian descent. And he could speak about a few words in English and cannot shake his head to indicate yes or no. Due to his disability, he may be unable to ask for help. Of course, they're going to his nickname being Gigi, African American male, black hair, brown eyes, etc. So now we're going to get into the details of his disappearance. And of course, I am going to tap in to see what is going on behind this situation energetically. Because like I said, this popped up for me. And I'm like, Spirit wants me to address this. And of course, even right now as we're getting started, things are already starting to pop up. And so I'm going to pace myself and, like I said, jump right in to see what exactly needs to be spoken about. And so Adji was last seen in Immokalee, Florida on January the 10th of 2009. His mother left him at his grandmother's home in Farm Workers Village in 800 block of Gray Street that day as she had to work. Adji was last seen at approximately 5:15 p.m. He went outside to play with other children and disappeared. His grandmother realized he was missing about a half an hour after she last seen him. After searching for 2 hours, Adji's grandmother called the police. He has never been heard from again. An extensive search of the area turned up no indication of his whereabouts. Adji lived with his mother and stepfather, and at the time of his disappearance. Investigators looked into the possibility that Adji was taken to Hades, where his father and extended family members live, but they found no evidence to support this theory. None of Adji's family members are considered suspects in this disappearance. His grandmother no longer lives in the farm workers' village. She now shares a home with Adji's mother and stepfather, who has since given birth to a daughter they named after her brother. Authorities believe Adji either wandered away or was adopted by a non-relative individual. His case remains unsolved to this day. Of course, if you have any information, you can reach out to Collier County Sheriff's Office 239-793-9300. So I want to say this without like tapping in, because you know we pull cards when we're doing our energetic reading, but I also can just energy. I interpret energy. I you know, and of course all this is alleged to have proven otherwise. So I am not seeing. They're saying that this young man, Adji Desir, is of Haitian descent. I am seeing an older man in his late 40s. When I first started reading this, when we started recording this, I'm seeing a man in his late 40s to early 50s. Very racially ambiguous. He's light skinned but with dark hair, short hair. And it's almost as if this man is like stuck in a time, like a time line, or like he dressed like a different era. He doesn't dress like this era. This, you know, during 2009 and 2018, 2020. This man is dressing like he's stuck in like the 80s, early 90s. And what is standing out to me is that this man is lighter skin with darker hair, short hair. I want to say like a bowl cut. Gut, skinny arms, and like I said, I can't really make out his face, but he's giving like this man could be Middle Eastern or Hispanic. This is not a white man. This is like Hispanic, Middle Eastern, maybe even Jewish. Okay, and that popped up when I started going into this case. Okay, so now I'm going to pull some energy to see exactly what is going on with Adji. Of course, his grandmother was the one that, you know, was watching him during this disappearance, and she kept checking on it every 10 minutes. And of course, just why keeps popping up for me. But so there's three energies here. We have the Seven of Clubs, you have the Seven of Spades, the Ace of Clubs, and the Four of Hearts, okay? The Seven of Spades, we're getting to a setup, like a planned situation, as if this situation happened, it was planned, but they were not seeking Adji. Like, just so happened he was there, but they were actually planning on, you know, abducting or doing things with other kids. That's the type of energy I'm getting off of this. Going into the Ace of Clubs, this energy is getting to being consistent, and do not be impatient. Something was very much a little off with the situation, and it's almost as if, like I said, this was all planned, and it was as if they've been in this neighborhood before, they've been in this area before, and they've seen other children, and just so happened he was out here during this time. Adji was out here during this time. Going into the Four of Hearts, we're dealing with a happy home, fidelity. I feel like somehow, some way, although this is a non-relative situation, that this is linked to somebody who's connected to the family, like a family friend, a person who married into the family, and this is what this is what this is. This is linked to that. I feel like this person needed a sense of a family, needed a sense of having a family. This person is also married. This person has a home, has a wife, has a home, you know, children, or wanted children. And once again, Adji had become a part of this situation. I feel like there's a lot of situations, a lot of energies linked up in this region with similar situations. And not like a mass kidnapping or a mass abduction of children, but there's definitely, an obsession with lighter complected people taking, ethnic children, whether that's black, Asian, or Hispanic. And I do feel like that is something big in this area. Unforeseen situations, energy that's in this, energies that's relating to this, that would help anyone out there that's trying to solve this, kind of give some clues. So there's some dark cards that come up here, okay? The first card that I pulled is a Joker card, okay? When the Joker card shows up, this is a warning of some sort, okay? This is a warning of some sort. This is basically chaotic, unstable energy, bringing certain stages without warning. This is trouble, a funeral, death. I feel like this is pertaining to Adji, desire, not being alive. I do feel like this is some death energy. This is somebody attending a funeral. This is a loss, a death, like I said, a traumatic change. And if this is not Adji desire being, out, deceased, this is definitely connected between the person who took him and or someone in the family. So I did not see anywhere on Charlie's Project that the grandmother has passed on, or the mother, or or anybody's passed on. But this is definitely saying that someone has died. Something has ended drastically, unexpectedly, that could prevent this case from going forward or turn it into a happy ending. Okay. Next card is the Eight of Spades. Once again, a very dark card. This is the drunkardness. This is the alcoholism card. This is the bad habit. This is addiction. This is bad. People spiraling out. Someone spiraling out after all this, and it just kind of became too much for them. Going into the next card for clubs, we're getting to traveling for work, sleeping alone, loneliness, being alone. Once again, not having no one there to comfort, feeling alone. And once again, I feel like this is back energy that could help people solve this situation, who's looking to solve it. And that, like I said, the information provided could potentially hinder the successful solving and or this case actually being resolved, or you finding the abductor. Okay. There's a very interesting energy here. This energy is an earth sign woman. This is the Queen of Diamonds card. This is a sensual mistress type of energy. Earth sign, older. Okay. Going into the other cards, I'm seeing an 8 of Diamonds. I am also seeing a 10 of Diamonds. An illicit affair, a gathering of some sort. I feel like there's some type of financial money, like somebody gained money over this. Somebody got paid over this. And once again, I'm not seeing like this is like a human trafficking situation where someone was paid to get this boy and this boy was let off. I feel like there's something with this woman lighter skinned woman who got some type of money around the situation, in, an illicit affair, and kind of like this woman is like a woman that get passed around for say, and not really a prostitute, but like I said, like a mistress, like who, someone who's known to be with a lot of men. Okay, I want to recognize that energy. I want to talk about the energy. Unforeseen circumstances energy that needs to be brought to light about Adji desire. Ooh. Ooh, this is all some heavy energy. Okay, so I pulled 9 cards. We're going to do the past, the present, and what is to come. The energies here is a J of Spades. This is an youthful, younger energy. Air sign. Younger energy air sign male. We have the 6 of Clubs, which is once again preservation, working hard, traveling. And then we also have the 7 of Diamonds, which is a blessing, gifts coming through, gifts being granted. I would like to know, what is the age? Is his parents young people? Is his father, is this like younger, the mother, were they young people who had, who's had this boy? Was this like a young couple? Because that's what this energy is. It's like a younger, I feel like this J of Spades is the father energy. The father traveling a lot, like something with the father traveling a lot and getting out and getting, getting out and doing things. The present energy, the Joker card is here again, upside down, a loss of some sort, but this is Spirit telling us not to really focus on that. The current energy now, like I said, that could be hindering the possible solving of this situation or it being a positive outcome. I am seeing a 10 of Clubs here, which is accomplishment in business, ownership, and then we have a younger energy here, younger male fire sign energy here. And I feel like this younger man is not a younger man. I do feel like this younger man, of course, will be a young man, but not like a kid, but he still have kid qualities. And I feel like somehow, this could be connected to Adji. Okay, going into this is a, like I said, a younger fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and this is not solar. This is the energy that is heavy on that chart. So once again, not, closure being brought or it not being a good outcome. It is brought to light. There's something here with future energy. There's an older water sign woman here. This is the Queen of Hearts. Older water sign woman. Very confident. I'm seeing very strong. Almost taking on masculine and feminine energy. Going into the other cards, which is the 9 of Spades. This is legal troubles being, coming to an end. A relief of something. Going into the 2 of Spades. A duel with the enemy. A fight. Now, oh my God. See, there's so much that comes up thinking about this. There's some type of magical energy behind all this, though. And I feel like this woman practiced the arts. This woman, this older, secured woman, she practiced the arts. I feel like somehow it's the way that this whole energy manifested because something was old spiritually. And of course this happened. And Going into the relief of something ending. Once again, I feel like this is a warning to this woman, that this business is not finished and that there is more to come, to this woman. There's more to come. Older water sign woman, and like I said, this energy is coming for this person, and they would know what exactly and who exactly this is. Something else that will highlight or tap into the energy that can kind of show. See, the Joker card keeps coming up. Spirit is like, yes, it's going to be soft, but it's not going to be the desirable news. It's not going to be the desirable outcome. The Queen of Hearts still pops up here as well. And I'm seeing 9 of Hearts. I'm seeing 3 of Diamonds. This is benefactor, help from others. 9 of Hearts, a wedding, pampering yourself. And like I said, this will make sense to whoever is watching this and maybe connect to this, who's looking to you know, tap in and you know, get the results or get the answers or help to resolve this case. Bingo. The energy connected to the abductor. Older man. K of Diamonds. This is the earth energy. Older man. Earth energy. Like I said, I'm seeing something with like 80s. Dressing like 80s. Late 90s. Or excuse me. Late 80s. Early 90s. This energy is actually quite amazing. This man is connected to finances, banking, some type of financial tea. I even get something like realtor, real estate broker, something of that sort. Money and property, money and selling property, money and selling a business, money and selling like a physical. It's something like this, something connected with this, okay? Going into the next energy. 7 of clubs. This is dealing with exhaustion. I also feel like this is pertaining to some type of time. Something somehow, some way is connected to the springtime. Something's connected to springtime. March or April. Okay. Going into the next card, we have the 5 of Hearts. And of course, this is growth, happiness, and contentment. Of course, I feel like this is connecting to this individual. This is also a time frame. When it comes to the hearts, we're dealing with the we're dealing with water sign, but we're also dealing with the season because, of course, water signs are in February, March, and then you have June, July, and then you have again November, December. And so either with the 5 of Hearts or with the heart energy, I feel like we're dealing with summer. So something between spring and summer connects to this abductor. I do feel like it will be resolved, but I don't feel like it's going to be at the desirable outcome. And it's almost as if, and like I said, I keep getting this energy of why. It's good to see that the parents' life did not end, that they kept living their life, because, of course, that would be the best thing for anybody who's dealt with something like this, because life keeps going on and on and on and on. But it's almost as if these parents, we're not going to say got to block this boy out, but it's as if they are just living their life. and being in that energy without him. It's a very calm energy that I feel with this. And so I feel like there is definitely, you know, the parents and the people that are involved with this, the grandma, the parent, or the parents and the grandma, that they've already prepared for the worst news. And so, yes, that ends that with that. Like I said, there's so much that was coming up. And of course, I didn't want to get too far-fetched or too off the topic. I wanted to keep it on this energy. And of course, you know, I wish the family well on their, you know, endeavors and you know, on their growth. That's very, very hard to get over. This was a little boy. This was somebody young who did not live their life, who didn't have a chance to live their life. And yeah, so that's it for that. Excuse me. You guys will catch me again on another episode of the Midnight Metanoia. And like I said, we will be pushing in through, you know, on a different type of segment and calling it something totally different. Anyway, y'all, bye for now. All things in there are alleged or proven otherwise. twospiritmystic.blogspot.com. And of course, emails about this case or any other case that we've done to a spirit8mystigate@gmail.com. Bye for now. And shout out to charliesprojects.org.